Hello and welcome to a new video, and today we are going to talk a little bit more about our AI assistant, and we are going to create a rule and also manage folders within the AI assistant chat. So let's go. So now I am going to show you about some of the functionalities of the AI agent or AI assistant. And I am going to speak more about how to create and manage your rules, how to create and manage your dashboards, and also about workspace management. I want to create some tags inside of my workspace because I want to manage things using tags. So I'm going to open the AI assistant and I have a new chat and I will ask the agent, can you help me create some tags for my devices? Let's see what it answers. And you will always see that the agent is taking some time. It's using some of our APIs to fetch data from your devices, and it will give you some context. It will let you know what it has done, and it will also help you accomplish what you want to do. In this case, my question was about creating tags, and now you will see that it even suggests you which tags you could create, for example, based on location, based on device type and capability, environment, ownership or team, status and lifecycle, criticality, SLA, model, product, operation flags. It even can give you some options that you have available and some examples, and it also gives you some best practices, and it lets you know, for example, how you can manage. Well, in this case, for example, we have based on location, so we are going to actually do that. And because Datacake allows you to add tags with a single device or on bulk, it is telling you that the agent is not able to set the tag, but it will show you step by step what you need to do it yourself inside of the platform. So it can propose you finalized tag list for your workspace based on the examples that it said above, or list your devices now so it can actually apply the tags. Now, I've shown in videos before how to apply tags, so now I'm going to go ahead and actually do that myself manually because we have the tools to make that on bulks. And I'm going to select half of my devices and add the tag warehouse north. And now I'm going to apply the changes. And as you see, now some of my devices have that tag, and I will add the warehouse south tag to the rest of them. I'm actually going to do it like this: south, apply changes. And as you can see, some of them have warehouse south and some have warehouse north. Now I'm going to ask the AI agent, could you create two folders, one for warehouse north and one for warehouse south? Let's see now what it comes up with. And as you can see right now, I have no folders inside of this workspace. So again, the agent is going to analyze what's happening in your workspace, and it says it can create two top-level folders for warehouse north and warehouse south, and it can filter by tags. Now I can pick one of the options that it suggests me. I can also suggest other things, and it says, yes, create folders now, and it will apply the tags. Yes, create two folders and add the devices based on their tags. So now it has context. It knows I have a set of devices that have certain tags, and it will always ask for your confirmation when performing mutations, when performing things that affect actually your workspace. So now I can confirm, yes, I want the folders to be created. And as you can see, directly warehouse north and warehouse south were created, and it tells you what it has done. The warehouse north now has all devices with the tag warehouse north, and the warehouse south has now all devices with warehouse south. And it allowed you to do it just in plain text. And now you can see that this one has 16 devices. You can also see the sensor metrics within those 16 devices, and the warehouse south has only 7 devices, and the same. You can see the sensor metrics for those 7 devices. And basically it did it with you only writing plain text. You didn't have to figure out what to do and how to do it. Now I would like the AI assistant to help me create a rule, and I want the rule to actually be based on my temperatures. So for example, I would like it to, can you help me create a rule that sends me an email when my devices stay above 0 degrees Celsius for more than 30 minutes. Let's see what it tells me. And now going back to the workspace management, you can create folders. You can also ask about what tags are available within your workspaces. You can ask about the current folder structure, and you can always go back and reorganize your folders. You can add new tags. You can also list all products of this workspace, for example. And again, you can clean devices from one workspace to the other. And well, now it's ready. And it says, of course, I can create a rule for you. And it has a couple of questions. Which devices should the rule apply to? All devices in a workspace, all devices of a specific product, all devices of a specific product with a specific tag. And then it wants you to tell it which measurement it should take, which email address should receive the alert. And if you want the rule to send an email once when the conditions becomes fulfilled, or always repeated reminders if the condition remains true. And well, it already tells you that it knows what it's doing and that there's all of these options within Datacake. So now I want the rule to apply to all of my devices, taking the field temperature and sending the alert to my email address. I want an alert to be sent once the condition is fulfilled without repeat reminders. So now it's telling me that it can create the rule, but now it needs me to confirm a couple of things. Now it says proceed with the device level rule that applies to all current devices, the 23 fridges. And it says rule name needs to be this. I will accept. Yes, please. Of course, always being very polite to the AI. Of course, you can let the agent know if you want to change any of these conditions that you said before. If you realize, I'm not sure, I would love the rule name to be a different one, or I would like to have more email recipients, or maybe if the temperature stays above or under a certain limit for a longer period of time, for example. So now we are waiting, and the agent is listing the devices. It will make sure that the rule is created with the conditions that we have given it. So let's wait for a minute. And now I would like to also mention something important, and that is the agent will always ask for your confirmation for changing anything, as I mentioned before. And it says, should I create the rule? Be very careful if you are editing something, if you are not absolutely sure of what it's doing. In this case, it's creating a rule, and you can always go ahead and remove it if it's not correct. But now I'm giving it the confirmation it needs, and I am seeing a small error executing the create mutation A. It's telling me it had some issues creating the rule on a device level that triggered when the temperature was above 0 degrees. And my recommendation in these cases is always, instead of taking a device level rule, then take a product level rule, specifically when your workspace has a lot of devices of the same product. In this case, I gave it option A, to make sure that it executes the rule, and then I'll go ahead and check what it did. And now it's telling me that it applies to all 23 fridges, and now the rule triggers if the temperature is above 0 degrees, and the alert will be sent to me. So now we are going to go to the rule engine, reload, and now you see that the temperature above 0 degrees Celsius with email to me is created, and it even gave it a description. You can go ahead and select a time zone. You can also always specify. The more specific you create your prompt, the better, of course, the AI will perform. And in this case, I'm just gonna give a random one. For example, if there's no time zone selected, it will always take the browser's time zone. And if you have a white label site, you need to specify which white label site the rule should have. And in here, you can see all of the devices that it took, temperature value, and then if the temperature stays above 0 degrees, send an alert to me. And basically, it is super easy to use. It is very, very useful, especially also because it explains you every single bit. So AI agent will help you understand concepts that might seem a little complicated without you having to dig deep into our documentation. You can ask specific things. For example, modify the rule to take the product instead of the device, modify the rule to send an SMS, for example, and so on. So this is it. That's you can use the AI assistant to create folders within your workspace, to create rules within your workspace, and you can also create dashboards, modify them widget by widget using the AI agent. I hope this video is useful, and don't forget to let us know your feedback if you've used the agent, if you've anything that it is able and not able to do. Just let us know. We are very happy to hear your thoughts and your experiences, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.